You know, I wasn't gonna do this because they looking to bring me down. Y'all don't even know that. There's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes, man. Y'all, they trying to stop all this from me. And they got the power to do it, too. Because they got the money to do it. But what the hell, I'm putting it out anyway. This is the truth between the beef with Action Bronson and Ghostface. And the reason why is because y'all don't know, I knew Action Bronson, or Action Bronsonini, his real rap stage name, back when he had the Action in the Kitchen show on YouTube. Cause my cousin used to be like, man, this dude cooking up some stuff. Yeah, this fat Italian dude. Man, he be in the kitchen, man, cooking it up. So I actually used to see that. This is back when I was making my boxing videos. This is like '09. And it's the same dude. I was like, he looks familiar. Now he's got a long, nasty beard. But he's familiar. But listening to his first raps, and I'm like, wait a minute. This the Dr. Lechner guy. Dr. Lecter, and every song on that mixtape was named after somebody famous. His whole thing was gimmicky back then. And then he had all these different flows. He didn't sound like Ghostface on some of the songs. A lot of the songs he didn't sound like Ghostface. Now, yeah, he do kind of sound like Ghost, like his voice and everything, but when he rapped, you could tell this ain't Ghost. If you go back and listen to a couple of songs on Dr. Lecter, you will say, okay, well that don't sound like Ghost. And he's got all these songs named after famous people, like Ronnie Coleman and all these different like people who did stuff in life, who had a name. He just named the titles of the songs like to them. But some of the songs, you could see that he was searching for a style that fit him, that he was gonna stick with, and the Ghostface Avenue was it, because people probably told him, like, man, you sound like Ghostface. And it's complete. Ghost is aware now, but the way he came in the game, he was just like, man, maybe this dude's just, that's naturally him and this and that. But it's not just that. He's stealing everything from Ghost. He's absorbing all of this is a plan. This is Paul Rosenberg's plan. That's why he signed with Paul Rosenberg. That's why Alchemist is working with him. That's why they went through the avenue of going through Raekwon the Chef. So Ray will do a song with him and get Prodigy in there. They throw some money at him so that he can get some street cred. And if Ray cool with him, then that'll bridge it over with Ghost. So he can absorb everything from Ghost and say, oh, that's just my style. You my idol. So it's okay for me to steal from you and clone and mimic you. And then make my career and all your fans gonna be my fans. You're gonna give me that stamp of approval. And that's what they wanted from Ghost. And Ghost was giving it to him. Because he didn't see the plan. He's just thinking whatever. He don't see the bigger picture. They finna use this guy who sound like you. They're going to put him on magazines. They're going to put him in award categories. They're going to move his album to the top. They're going to promote this guy. He's got Paul Rosenberg as his manager. That's Jimmy Iovine. That's cover of MTV, VH1, all the Rolling Stones. He's going to get all of that because of the power Paul Rosenberg brings to the table. You think it's by happenstance Eminem gets all these awards, gets a Grammy? You think it's happenstance he got a movie deal? Does he think it's happenstance all this stuff, MTV revolved around him? VH1 revolved around Eminem? The whole rap world before everybody involved, revolved around him? Next thing you know, he's on top of hip hop. He's doing Tupac's projects, Biggie projects. He's in control. And who do we have now? Action Bronson, another white rapper that Paul Rosenberg has under his thumb. That he's going to mimic off of Ghostface. Clone his style. Till people just ain't going to say, oh, you sound like Ghost. They're going to be like, man, Ghost sound like Action Bronson, don't he? That's what's going to happen. Eclipse anything Ghost have done and make this guy the next second coming. And then Ghost got to do a song with him to get on or do some approval for him down the road. And the only way Ghost gonna get on or be approved and all this stuff is to stamp the approval of this Action Bronson guy. That's why I'm glad that the BS got caught on national TV when it did. Because Ghost really should just punch this dude right in the face. Because if you listen to his songs now, every song he's trying to be Ghostface Killer. Yo Daddy, all the Ghost, the pauses, the delivery, everything is robbery. It's highway robbery. But he's not nice as Ghost. That's the difference. But the sound, the delivery, everything is Ghostface. That's the style he gonna run with, because his voice sounds like Ghost. And when Ghost went off on him the way he did, and Ghost got his number, Ghost called him, and this dude put out a tweet. Then he gonna take the tweet down. So he's playing games. Because Paul Rosenberg told him to take it down. And then he comes right back and put out a big public apology because Paul Rosenberg saw this finna blow up all in their faces. So that's the beef between Action Bronson and Ghostface. Now, is Ghost cool? No, but Ghost woke now. They tried to snake him. And Ray should have known better. Just because they throw some money in your face, Ray, you don't got to take it. But Ray has always been like that, been money hungry, coming up with power. Always been in it for some dough. Ray's all about working and spreading his wings and trying to get as much money as he can. Can't hate a man for that, but still, you got to be careful.